And what a treat. We're here with Tommy, the fishmonger of Catalina. And they've got an amazing channel too. They can show you exactly how to prepare fish for sushi like we do as well.
More like what not to do.
So Tommy, this is of course an informal, but we want all of our viewers to know what you do here, what Catalina does, and can you just kind of give us an overview?
So Catalina is a family-owned and operated company. We've been in business over 35 years. And we were founded by Dave Rudy, who's still on the floor in the game every single day he's here. So it's very exciting to have an owner and a boss that's such involved so deeply. He was a sea urchin diver for Uni, started the global market, and our practice is local, sustainably harvested seafood from what I like to call the left coast, California, Washington, Baja. And we import a little bit of foreign fish from outside of Mexico, but not a whole lot. Dave Rudy and myself were both members of the Marine Life Protection Initiative. Dave also sits on the board for the San Diego Oceans Foundation. I sit on the board for Collaboration Kitchen, which is a nonprofit that raises money for kids. I also sit on the board of directors for Chef Celebration, which is also we send children or kids up to Napa for culinary school. And we do a lot of really cool things here at Catalina. I mean, we have an open door policy, so if you're a restaurant here in town and you want to bring the back of the house or even the front of the house in to learn about seafood, we encourage you to do that. Whether you buy your fish from us or not, we really don't care. What we do care about is educating, promoting, and having fun when it comes to seafood, because everything is changing in seafood, and there's no such thing as cheap fish. There's no such thing as cheap sushi. Good sushi costs money.
Right.
You can find cheap sushi, but there's a whole big difference. I mean, the lines are very far apart. So those are just some of the things that we do here at Catalina.
Well, we talked in the back just kind of briefly, and you talked about how the sources are changing right now with mankind, pollution, and all that. And just kind of tell us about what you've experienced, because what Rebecca says, basically between the boats offloading, this is the first stop. So unless you're at the dock waiting for fish, I mean, it's going to come here first. Yeah. And what do you see? We
are the first stop from the dock when we're fishing with our longline boats. They used to offload in Hawaii. Now they're unloading here in California, straight here in San Diego. San Diego at one time was the largest fishing fleet in the world, right up until 1985. We have Ralston Purina, Checkerboard Square, AJ Hines, Bumblebee, Starkiss, Top Wave, you name it. Every cannery was between San Diego and San Pedro. Unfortunately, now we don't have any canneries left and the fleet's gone. So to have the Hawaiian longline boats offload their fresh big eye tuna, wahoo, mong chong, and all that is absolutely wonderful for Catalina Offshore, because we are the first stop from the dock when it comes to that stuff. So that would make you guys the second stop.
Sure. Oh, that's great. That's really amazing. Yeah. All right. Okay, so tell us, our viewers want to know how to make sushi, so they watch our channel, and so you guys will be providing a lot of that fish for them.
Yes.
Tell us about the fish that you're going to be sending out. What kinds of fish that you can send to them? I know you guys have some fresh uni, which is amazing, and hopefully we can see that later on.
Yeah, we are the leader in uni. We have an El Nino situation right now on the left coast, west coast, all the way down South Central America. So that is having an immense effect on our uni harvesting, and also on fish and everything else. When that El Nino comes through, it's just a total different ball game. Some of the things that you're going to be able to buy is, I would say the majority, high 75, 83% of the seafood that you see on our website, the salmon, the tunas and stuff like that, for sushi quality, is all cut and packed and vacuum packed here in-house. We have a proton freezer that freezes very quickly and brings it down to minus 40 degrees, so that's always good. If you're not sure what a proton freezer is, Google it and read about it. And if you can find proton frozen seafood, I would suggest buying that. It's just a faster way to freeze your fish, so the moisture in the fish doesn't crystallize into shards. It freezes and when you defrost it, it doesn't cut the fish because there's no shards of ice. It's just weird to explain, but
Right.
you can read about it. Of course, our uni's always fresh. Our scallops are delicious. We've got a plethora of seafood that's all over the board on that. And then, of course, you can find also more, I don't know how to say it, more easier seafood to use, like a saku block and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
pretty
Excellent. All right. We can't wait to see what you got back there.
cool. It's going to be fun.
All right. I see what you have something in the back there. This
Yeah.
cuttlefish.
Yeah,
I just-
this was sent to me by a friend of mine from Japan, Greg Villa, Captain G. He's like a legend in Japan for sport fishing. I mean, the guy's really good.
And he caught that? Was that his piece?
No, he just sent it to me because he knows I like to collect stuff from
Okay.
other parts of the world and just to show people what's going on a global scale, because our food's changing, seafood's
Right.
changing. You know, we have ocean acidification, we have pollution factor that's coming in.
Hey, talk about that really quick. I know we mentioned something in the back about the, but again, the sources coming in and what you've seen. I mean, that,
Yeah, sources coming in, and then we have, just like beef, chicken, and pork, although not as bad, and that's just my opinion, I'm not a butcher. Seafood has parasites as well, and so it's up to guys like me to look at that fish and determine if there's any usable parts in there that haven't been infected by a parasite. Of course, not all companies are like that. I do know that there is a good stronghold of real, true professional fishmongers out there that pay attention to everything that comes their way. And then there are some people out there that are just in it for the money and don't really care about the seafood. So the choice is yours to pick and choose wisely.
Right.
Our oceans are getting overfished. Our ocean acidification is coming up. We have pollution that is unbelievably going on, because even though the pesticides, if you will, are banned here in the United States and Canada and stuff, doesn't mean that they're banned in Central and South America. It certainly doesn't mean that they're banned in Southeast Asia. It certainly doesn't mean in India and places like that, Sri Lanka, where we have all this farmed product coming in. So know your country of origin and read the label. Know where your seafood comes from. Just know the source. That's all I can tell you. It's very, very important to know where your fish comes from.
Okay, great. And then quickly, what's your opinion about bluefin tuna?
So this is my professional, personal opinion. Is there a black market for bluefin? Yeah. My personal opinion on the black market is you need to sink the vessels on any fishery at all. If you're caught in a black market fishery, you need to sink the vessel. Get rid of the vessel, make it an artificial reef, and put those guys that are in charge, the guys in the wheelhouse, not necessarily the crew, they need to do prison time. More likely than not, the crew are in slave fisheries, or they're convicted criminals from another country that are forced into labor to go on these boats. Let those guys go and get the guys that are actively involved all the way back to the area. Pacific stocks of bluefin, icy, healthy. They have been healthy. They haven't been overfished. Mediterranean stocks are in extreme danger because of the black market and because that fish travels so long. There's so many countries. There's boats out there that are unregistered, that are flying different flags, that change the name of the boat. There's all kinds of things that are going on that the general public doesn't see.
Right.
And again, it brings me back full circle that there's no such thing as cheap fish. If it's a cheap fish, there's a reason why. I have MSC certified Chilean sea bass. The Marine Stewardship Council certified this fish. It's okay for me to sell because it's from healthy stocks. We can trace it back to the boat. It's expensive. I can take you to a store here in San Diego who has Chilean sea bass for $19 a pound. There's something wrong there. I can't even buy it for $19 a pound.
Wow.
So again, know your source. And those that are buying black marketed fish, or fish that they know is black marketed, or they know that they say, oh, I'm getting a good deal, there's a reason why. And you need to set forth a conscious effort and do the right thing when it comes to that.
Sure.
I don't know if that makes sense or
That
not.
makes a lot of sense, absolutely. Because there's so much talk on the internet
Well,
about those very items that you just talked about, you know.
Yeah, and everything is changing. But if it's changing for the American fishermen, if you're flying a U.S. flag, then we follow those rules and guidelines. It should also be the same for fish that's being imported into this country. If this fish that's being imported and they actively are engaged in illegal fishing activities, we shouldn't be buying that fish.
Agreed.
And I want to just touch base on farming, on fish farming. Look, you got to feed the masses. No matter how you cut it, fish farming is here to stay. But you have to actively be engaged in buying that product in a conscious manner. You have to know the feed. I mean, really, do you want to buy salmon that's fed beef, chicken, and pork byproducts, including chicken blood and chicken feathers?
Right.
Or do you want to buy a fish that's being brought up in a healthy manner? Do you want it, the big pet food companies, do you really want to buy fish that's eating that stuff?
Sure.
Or do you want to buy fish that's being farmed in a respected manner for not only the spirit of the animal, the harvesting of the fish, but also for the buyer in general? I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Because farmed fish is here to stay.
Right.
There's massive farms all over the world.
Farmed shrimp. I mean, I read an article
Not
about
all
farmed
of them
shrimp.
are doing
And
good. The farmed
horrible.
shrimp is terrible.
Yeah, especially
It's the number
some
one
country-
seafood consumed in America, farmed shrimp. Really? Yeah.
and where it comes from. In some of the articles I've read, it's what they feed it, and it's unbelievable.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So there's some countries that have what we call a 3-tier farming system. They raise pigs on top of a grating.
Yeah.
And then there's a pond underneath. And then in that pond is tilapia. And then in the bottom of that pond is shrimp. They're only feeding one protein. That's the pig.
Yeah.
So
How do you know who's selling that stuff?
you don't. Again, you have to know the country of origin.
Right.
You know, you have to think that a lot of these countries, you know, there's so much seafood coming in here that rarely is it. There's no way you're going to inspect it all by the FDA. There's just no way.
So where's the shrimp that you sell here? Where does it come from? Where's your
Our
trusted
shrimp
source?
is a wild caught shrimp by ponga fishermen in Mexico.
Okay.
And these guys aren't fishing all the way up into the Gulf or the Sea of Cortez because that's where the vaquita is. And there's only 63 vaquita porpoise left on the planet. So they're not fish, they're down south more. They also use dip nets. So it's a very sustainable type fishery. We also have spot prawns that are harvested here off of San Diego. One trap on a long line, you run 15 to 35 traps, 900 feet deep on my Ebby spot prawn.
Oh, nice.
And we have those live. So, but farmed shrimp and farmed salmon and farmed tilapia and all this stuff is here to stay. Do your research, do your homework. There are great fish farms out there. Unfortunately, they're being outnumbered by the not so great fish farms.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for your time. And let's maybe look around your facility and show
Yeah,
us.
let's go play with some
All right.
fish.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
This is the educational seafood, I don't know, retail center. And everything you see in here has a story behind it. Everything from the cardboard fish to the fish mounts on the wall.
Right.
Everything in here is mine. I brought from my house, so everything
Wow.
has a story.
That's great.
And we had no budget when we were making this, so you can see I used pallets.
Yeah, but you know, it's so rustic.
Build
It's beautiful.
my countertops.
I mean, I wouldn't have done it any different. I mean,
And a lot of my friends came and helped build this up, and this is what we have today. We have the little cooking demo area here. We show people, you know, little tricks about seafood because not everybody knows how to cook fish.
sure.
I certainly don't, but I fake it real good.
Tommy, tell us about this tuna. Tell us about this piece right here. Stand next to it. I want to see.
So this tuna was a 345-pound fish caught by an old guy named Bill back in the early 80s. And we got this fish at Clarion Island down in Mexico. Well, I forgot all about this fish. And it was a couple months ago, an older lady shows up and looking for me, and I said, yeah, I'm Tommy Gomes, and she says, my husband was Bill, and he caught a big fish with you. And I said, oh yeah, I remember that fish, but I really didn't, because we fish all over the world. She said, well, my husband passed away. I said, I'm sorry for your loss. She said, but he wanted you to have the fish. So I have it in my grandson's van. So we went out to get this thing, and as you can see, it's pretty big.
To say the least.
So we hung it up here in the area so people can take pictures with it.
Unbelievable. Catch this thing.
And yeah, she said, well, good, I'm glad that I was able to find you, because now I can get this damn thing out of my living room. So, Bill,
that's great.
I know you're up there looking down. Here's your fish. People are enjoying it. And we got a little photo op stuff going on. So people can come in.
Yeah, see your camera going on right there.
We'll put your name here and know your source.
That's great. So much truth to that.
There is. So, yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah.
You guys want to cut a Hiramasa?
Sure. All right.
And slice it up and eat some?
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, okay. Come on. Ready?
Okay, we're ready to go.
So, Baja Hiramasa. We're just going to take the guts out. This is the Baja Hiramasa, and you can see the fat right in there. Some of the things that we like to do with this fish is we'll take and we'll save these ribs. And what I like to do is utilize the whole fish. You can see how the ribs go this way. So we'll take and we'll cut the ribs out, and you can do tempura, deep fried, utilize the whole fish.
Nice.
So we'll take the skin off. I'll bring it right over here. So you have a great piece of fillet.
Beautiful.
Now, we'll trim it out. We'll take out that bloodline a little bit, and we'll save that. And we'll come over here. Come on, Sean. Get it? Yeah. There you go. I hope it's clean. Yeah, more or less. Need water? Wet? Here. I'm gonna wet this rag for him.
We got this bourbon soy sauce. Actually, bluegrass soy sauce. How's the knife, Hiro? How's it look?
手作り handmade.
Handmade, nice.
Okay.
Is it sharp enough? No.
That's right. Yeah, it's good. It's nice.
That's fine. That's where it is right now. That's fine.
Beautiful, Hiro.
So
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like a
Wow.
hamachi. With a yellowtail.
So you guys can order this online as well.
That's
Right.
great.
And the thing to do is to order online the whole fish so that you can have the hamachi kama and all of that that goes with it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I see you cutting it like that. Why do you cut the first cut and then?
Oh, just a different technique.
Oh, okay, just another technique.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's supposed to be negative 17 or negative 22 Celsius.
It looks like some kind of medicine from the
Yeah.
olden days,
I want
from
you
the
to pay
1920s.
Bluegrass soy sauce, made out of Louisville, Kentucky. Crafted soy sauce, limited batches. Look for it online. I'm sure you're
Amazing.
This stuff is amazing.
Really?
This is from Louisville.
From Louisville, yeah.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Is there bourbon in there or anything?
Rumor has it that he ages it in Jack Daniel oak barrels.
Okay. Nice.
Very, very interesting.
Yes,
Tuna
very-
fry on the internet, online.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that online already?
Online
Oh, yeah,
already.
yeah, of course. Here.
Very- Bluegrass soy sauce.
That's really interesting.
Hey Rex. Uni flavored sea salt.
Wow, look at that.
I've never seen this before. Where's this come from?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Let's eat.
Bon appetit.
Are you guys eating Hiramasa?
Go ahead, Hiro. Yeah, takemasu.
It's a bluegrass soy sauce.
Bluegrass. Cheers.
You like that soy sauce? It's good, right? So the Hiramasa, light fat,
Right.
not too fatty, not too much fat on the roof of your mouth, good flavor on the back end profile. It's a great product. It really is. And sustainably harvested and raised in Baja, which the waters are cleaner because there's not a whole lot of built up cities with sewage and urban runoff and agriculture and all that. It's a very clean fishery, very clean pond.
Nice.
I love it.
Next one is a bowl with Kentucky Yaki.
And Tekiyaki.
A little bit of wasabi.
And then with ginger.
Yeah.
Next one will go with pinching the
Oh, go. Hold on. We gotta do this.
Oh, thank you.
with a little bit of salt. That's right.
Really good.
With
We need flavored sea salt.
flavored sea salt.
Pretty
Unbelievable.
flavored sea salt.
What a great line. Nice.
$30 here.
Huh?
Very delicate, yeah.
We have a beautiful piece of tuna here. This is offloaded yesterday, actually, from their boat under Anthony G. This is their local Big Eye. Beautiful, beautiful piece of Big Eye tuna. And this is something you can buy at home as well. So here, you want to cut it up and take a look at it?
Sashimi?
Yes. What part of the fish is this tuna? Tuna.
It's almost like
The belly side, right?
Yeah, this is the belly side, of course.
Yes.
And then always on the neck side, more like
Okay.
a head side.
Love the color. A lot of you have been asking where you can get sashimi grade style fish. This is it. Only one place that we can recommend, and it's Catalina. Beautiful. I mean, I would be ordering this ourselves. And it's a funny thing, just being here in the last hour, we've seen so many local chefs come in here and buy their fish from them. And they hand pick it themselves. And this, and you throw some of this beautiful sea salt that they have here. Amazing, huh? You don't even need soy sauce, almost. Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. Coloring. Oh, this is gonna melt in your mouth.
Let the meats.
This color is so deep. I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for. Of course, this is the belly part. That's why it's not that color, but this is amazing. Look at this. Do you think we get some help with some people having to try this with us? Barbara?
If I must.
Look at this, amazing. Well, this is a place, people. You want sashimi grade and sushi grade fish? Catalina Offshore Products, that's the only place we can recommend. Well, let us know if you approve. Nothing like that taste, huh? And great story. Barbara's actually, we probably crossed each other's paths in Miami Beach.
I'm sure we have.
I'm sure we have, right? And now we meet again. Well, now we meet officially. And Grace, thanks so much for the hospitality, Rebecca.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Come back anytime.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a wonderful hospitality here, taking us around and showing our viewers where they can get the best seafood for their sushi and sashimi at home.
Our pleasure. It's an honor to have you guys in here.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Trust your fishmonger. Most importantly, know your source. Have a great day.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
Sushi.
That's right. See you soon. And there we have it, Hiro. We hope you all enjoyed this video of Catalina Offshore Product. Don't forget to use code NOVIFISH16 to get 10% off. It's a promotional code on your first order. We highly recommend them. We were there, we had the fish, we tasted it. We worked with Tommy, the fishmonger. Let me tell you what, and don't forget to try some of these sea salt. My favorite again is this wasabi sesame. You won't believe how amazing it tastes. Let me show you the number again, number 23. Thanks so much for watching, and see you guys in the next episode.
Real.
Thank you.